Hi guys, I'm Kyle at CTK Precision, and today I'm going to show you how to assemble a shooting rest and a gun vise. So here we've got both a shooting rest and a gun vise attachment. And the first thing you want to do is get all the hardware and parts out of the box and lay it all out to make sure you got everything you need. So I got all the parts laid out to assemble a frame with a shooting rest. These will be all the parts we need to put together the frame, and these are for the shooting rest exclusively. So you want to start by taking the rest itself, and you can use a little bit of lubricant on the threads of this stud here, and a gun oil of your choice, whatever you got around, seems to work pretty good. Just a little. And then you start by taking one of these aluminum thumb wheels and threading that onto the stud. Then you take the coupling nut want to take this knob, and there's a nut welded onto the side of the tube, and thread that together. Then you'll take the long main tube of the frame and slide the shooting rest onto it. I'll just tighten the knob a little bit to keep it from moving around during the rest of the assembly. On this end of the main tube, there's a hole. You want to take one of these white plastic blocks. You can poke any turnings out of it. And slide that in and line up the threaded hole. Then you'll take one of these bolts. There should be 3 of them, one for each end of one for each corner of the rest. Then you can put the end cap in. And I like to do that just by laying it on the table, lining it up, and giving it a push down. Next I get one of the flat washers and one of the thumb wheels. Then you can thread the knob onto it. The knobs have a nylock nut, and you can feel when it starts to contact the nylon. Then you can take a 9/16 inch wrench and give it about another turn. Then it gets a rubber foot. Now, during transit, if you slide the assembled rest around, the rubber foot can pop off. And to minimize the chances of that, you can back it up until the rubber contacts the frame and then tighten the nut up. That'll pinch the rubber end cap and keep it from coming off if you don't need to. Now we'll put the feet into the T-beam. you can take the knob and this little gray spool, which is actually a cleaning rod holder, slide that over the threaded stud and start it in the nut. There will be 2 smaller bolts, 4 flat washers, and 2 nylock nuts to bolt the 2 parts of the frame together. Now loosen up the knob on the shooting rest and slide it out of the way. You'll need 2 7/16 inch wrenches to tighten the smaller bolt and nylock nut. Wire rest gets a reference decal. And then because this is a shooting rest, it's going to come with a piece of carpet like this that has to get attached to the foam face of the wire rest. The easiest way to do this is to carefully peel the backing off and make sure you're leaving the adhesive on the carpet and it's not coming with. And tear the backing in half. Now you want to just stay a little off center of the crease that's in that carpet. And carefully stick it back on, leaving a little bit of adhesive exposed. Fold it back up. Then you can get it jammed all the way into the bottom. Peel off one side. Stick it on. Then fold it over and do the other side. You'll need a pair of scissors. You can trim the excess off. With the shooting rest assembled, I just happen to have a Ruger 1022 here to show you how to set it up. Of course, I don't have a target here to aim at, but in practice it works best to match the angle of the pad of a shooting rest with the angle of the bottom of the buttstock. When you fire under recoil, the gun will slide back slightly, but then to get your elevation back onto your point of aim, you can just slide it forward. You can also use a full-size shooting rest with a handgun. With the addition of a gun vise attachment, the shooting rest becomes a powerful maintenance tool. Now, I'm going to show you how to assemble a gun vise attachment. We've got the three main parts right here, and a hardware kit. We'll start by taking this side of the gun vise, and this funny little bracket thing, and line up these holes with the holes in the ears of the bracket. You'll take this bolt, slide it through, then you'll take this nylock nut, 2 9/16 wrenches, and tighten the nut. You don't want to over tighten this bolt because you want these two parts to pivot and move freely. After you have these two put together, you can take an end cap and push it into the end of the tube. This side of the gun vise gets a cleaning rod hook. You'll take this small Phillips head screw and the smaller of the two nylock nuts, and it goes through that hole. And you'll need a Phillips screwdriver and a 7/16" wrench. Then you can install the other end cap. You can take this plastic nut, slide it into this gun vise half. The flat washer goes over this stub, and the spring, and the cover. And the reason I put the spring on now is because it makes it easier to get the cover over the spring. Then you can remove that, put the stub through the hole on this gun vise half, and reinstall the spring and cover. This can be tricky, getting this stud started in the plastic nut because it likes to rotate. So to make it easier, you can take a pencil and slide it through the nut. Then just follow the pencil with the stud. Now all we have to do is install the tension cord. And that's it. Then you can take the gun vise attachment, drop it on the frame, and make sure it slides freely. With the addition of the gun vise attachment, it makes barrel cleaning a lot easier. You got a great big bolt action rifle, you can clamp it in there and clean away, the gun's not going to move around. Or if you have a 1022 that you want to mount a new optic on, you can clamp it in, and go to town. This is a 1022, so you know you're not going to be able to get a cleaning rod in it from the breech end, but let's say you wanted to pull the stock off of it. You've got the receiver clamped in the gun vise, and you could remove the stock and put it back on, no problem. So that's how you put together a P3 Ultimate Shooting Rest and a gun vise attachment. If you run into trouble or you're trying to get one put together and you're still stuck, feel free to contact Kurt at CTKprecision.com.